Ever wondered what would happen if Isagi ate a One Piece Devil Fruit? Imagine a reality where Blue Lock players unlock the powers of the Devil Fruits and change the football universe completely. How would their journey change if they suddenly gain these abilities? Which fruit would they possess? And most importantly, which player and fruit combination would take the #1 spot? Well, in this video, I'm giving 10 different Devil Fruits to our top strikers. And we are starting off with one of the most broken characters in the entire verse, Julian Loki. And his Devil Fruit? Well, this one is easy. It's going to be none other than Kizaru's Devil Fruit, the Pika Pika no Mi. Now, as we know, Loki is known for his god speed, being regarded as the fastest player in the entire series. That alone makes him one of the strongest prodigies in the world of football. And you see, in the One Piece universe, Kizaru would be his equivalent, making the Pika Pika no Mi the greatest Devil Fruit to pair with Loki. But what is this Devil Fruit? Well, the Glint Glint fruit is known for granting its user with light powers. It's a Logia type fruit and one of the strongest in the entire verse that turns Kizaru into a light human. This allows Kizaru to have incredible light speed movements, flight, and generate powerful beams that pierce anything. Which means this Devil Fruit is a match made in heaven for Loki. With this, he will become even more unstoppable, transforming his insane speed ability into actual light speed movements that no player on the field would be able to see. This is not only the fruit that best represents him, but now he would be uncatchable, and making him even more unreachable against any player. And if you can't even see the player, how can you stop him? After all, Kizaru as well is known for being the fastest character in his own universe. And so, if the Devil Fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, it's safe to say that the Glint Glint fruit would be Loki's choice from the start. Which leads us to our next character, Kaiser. Now this one is interesting. You see, Kaiser's Devil Fruit would be the Ope Ope no Mi, also known as Law's Devil Fruit. And why? Well, you see, Kaiser is known for his eye football IQ, metavision, as well as his physical traits that allow him to completely control the entire field. And so, controlling every player and taking advantage of every movement to position himself in the best possible scenario. And well, guess what also can control people in a specific area? Yup, that's right, the Ope Ope no Mi is also a Devil Fruit that allows its user to create a room they can manipulate anything inside. You see, this room creation ability allows the user to have absolute control of anything inside, moving objects or people, swapping places with them, or even dismembering them without causing death. Now, with Kaiser, we would not go that far. After all, this is a football universe. As for the room creation, well, that works perfectly for Kaiser. This is a Devil Fruit that will represent Kaiser the best. Thanks to his insane metavision and IQ, paired now with the room creation ability from his Devil Fruit, Kaiser would be able to physically control any player like puppets, moving them whenever necessary or even swapping with them to give the best chance to score. Imagine a scenario where in the last goal of the Neo Eagles League, Kaiser swapped places with Isagi in the last moments, stealing his goal and giving Bastard Munchin the win as well as beating Isagi. Well, with this fruit, this would be more than possible. Now, as for the other abilities of the Ope Ope no Mi, immortality and its surgical techniques, well, unless Kaiser wants to become a doctor for any injured player, they wouldn't come handy at all. Which means it's now time to move on to our third character, Itoshi Sai. Now, Sai's Devil Fruit would be the Ito Ito no Mi, also known as Doflamingo's Devil Fruit. This is the fruit that allows its user to generate and manipulate strings that can control anything or anyone like puppets. And when you think about Sai, this fruit makes perfect sense, because Sai isn't just a midfielder, he's a master of control on the field. He's the player who dictates the pace of the game, anticipates every movement, and orchestrates the flow of the play with insane precision. You see, he's known for his vision, his passing, and most importantly, the ability to manipulate every player around him, making sure the ball always reaches exactly where he wants it. And just like Isagi, thanks to his metavision and awareness, he looks at players like nothing but pawns. So that's exactly why the Hito Hito no Mi is a match made in heaven for Itoshi Sai. You see, this Devil Fruit allows Sai to extend invisible strings across the field, attaching them to the ball, his teammates, or even opponents. He could control the ball mid-air, bend passes around defenders, or manipulate the position of opposing players as if they were puppets. Essentially, every player on the field becomes an extension of Sai's strategy, reacting exactly how he wants. It's the perfect combination for his football IQ and metavision, amplified by a power that literally makes him the master of the match. With this, Sai wouldn't just control the game, he would own it. Every build-up, every attack, every scoring opportunity flows through him. And so, if the Devil Fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, it's safe to say that the Ito Ito no Mi would be Sai's ultimate choice from the very start. Which means it's time to move on to our next character. And that is Shoei Barou. And well, his Devil Fruit might be an easy one to guess. It's going to be none other than the Riki Riki no Mi, aka the Strength Fruit. This fruit is known to grant its user immense physical power, turning raw strength into something virtually unstoppable. And when you think about Barou, this fruit couldn't be more perfect. Because Barou isn't just a striker, he's pure power. You see, Barou is known for his incredible shooting ability, his explosiveness, and his brute force. And that's exactly why the Riki Riki no Mi fits him like a glove. This Devil Fruit would amplify Barou's already insane strength to superhuman levels. He would be able to break through defensive lines with ease and strike the ball with more power than anyone in the entire verse. But this Devil Fruit is not about just raw destruction. You see, with the Riki Riki no Mi, Barou would use his physical dominance to increase any other traits. Yup, that's right, thanks to increasing his strength levels on his own legs, Barou would be able to use that to increase his speed, agility, and even stamina. Which means he would not just get stronger, but he would evolve in every other aspect, and so becoming an even more dominant player on the field. So, if Devil Fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, it's safe to say that the Riki Riki no Mi would be Barou's ultimate weapon, perfect for this type of player. Next up, we've got Reo Mikage. And well, with Reo being known for his copy ability, there's only one Devil Fruit that can match his skill. And that is none other than the Mane Mane no Mi, also known as the Clone Clone Fruit. This is the fruit that allows its user to perfectly copy the appearance and physical form of anyone. A fruit all about imitation and precision. And when you think about Reo Mikage, this fruit is the perfect fit. Because, like I said before, Reo is a master of copying. You see, he's known for analyzing opponents, studying their movements, and replicating their techniques with no flaw. And with the Mane Mane no Mi, he could take this to an entire new level. Now, he wouldn't just copy abilities. He would not only copy every dribble, every sprint, and every strike, but he would also take his opponent's body, and so fooling the enemy and creating total chaos on the field. The Mane Mane no Mi would make Reo a true master of deception. He could slip past defenders disguised as another player, take a shot as someone else, and completely control how opponents react. He would be what we call the Joker. So, if Reo got to pick a Devil Fruit that best represents him, there's no doubt he would be the Mane Mane no Mi. Which means it's time to move on to our next character. And that is none other than the monster Meguru Bachira. Now, Bachira's Devil Fruit would be the Kage Kage no Mi, also known as the Shadow Shadow Fruit. This is the fruit that allows its user to steal and manipulate shadows, controlling them to immobilize or manipulate others. A power all about unpredictability and control. But that's not all. This Devil Fruit also grants the ability to solidify shadows into physical forms, creating weapons, barriers, or even extending the user's reach across the battlefield. And when you think about Meguru Bachira, this fruit fits perfectly. Because Bachira isn't just a striker, he's a master of creativity. He thrives on unpredictability, dribbling past defenders with insane agility, and making plays that no one else can foresee. And so, that's exactly why the Kage Kage no Mi is a match made in heaven. With this Devil Fruit, Bachira could manipulate opponents through their shadows. Defenders wouldn't just be beaten by his dribbling. Instead, their own shadows could betray them, leaving them vulnerable to Bachira's unpredictable attacks. And to add to that, he could also steal the shadows of his enemies or even teammates. Essentially, the Shadow Shadow Fruit turns Bachira's natural flair into something even more terrifying. He becomes the ultimate trickster on the field, using deception, instinct, and shadow manipulation to dominate every play. So, I guess it's safe to say that Bachira's Devil Fruit would no doubt be the Kage Kage no Mi. Which means, it's time to move on to our next character. And that is none other than Hiori. Now, Hiori's Devil Fruit will be the Hiya Hiya no Mi, also known as the Ice Fruit. This is the fruit that allows its user to create, control, and manipulate ice, freezing anything in their path and shaping it into powerful attacks or defenses. The Hiya Hiya no Mi doesn't just freeze objects, it allows the user to lower temperatures to absolute zero, instantly immobilizing opponents or creating ice of any size and shape. And when you think about Hiori, this fruit couldn't be more fitting, because Hiori isn't just a player. You see, he's known for his cold and precise passing ability, being even one of the best passers in all of Blue Lock. He analyzes every move, predicts opponents, and executes his passes with chilling accuracy, leaving any player frozen in place. And that's exactly why the Ice Fruit is the perfect match for him. With this Devil Fruit, Hiori could freeze the field. He could immobilize defenders at critical moments, create ice barriers to control space, and launch precise, frozen strikes that no one could stop. This way, connecting with Isagi would become even easier, to the point these two might dominate every match, all the way to the World Cup. So, if the Devil Fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, the Ice Fruit would be your Hiori's ultimate choice. A fruit that perfectly represents his cold and unstoppable style. Now, it's time to move on to our next character, and that is none other than our goalkeeper, Gagamaru. Now, Gagamaru's Devil Fruit would be the Nikyo no Mi, also known as the Paw Fruit. This is the fruit that allows its user to repel anything they touch with their paws or hands. And when you think about the goalkeeper position, well, this fruit fits him perfectly. You see, Gagamaru is by far one of the best goalkeepers in the entire verse, known for his reflexes, timing, and ability to neutralize even the most powerful shots. Thanks to that, he becomes even more of a threat in the U20 World Cup, where he's now able to block shots from the strongest strikers, working as a wall for the U20 team. And that's exactly why the Nikyo no Mi is the ultimate match for Gagamaru. With this Devil Fruit, Gagamaru could repel incoming shots with perfect precision, sending the ball back at incredible speed, or even controlling where it goes after a save. Not only that, but he could also repel opponents trying to close in on him, giving him unmatched control over the penalty area. Essentially, the goal becomes untouchable when he's in position. And that's not all. Since he now can repel and relocate the ball to anywhere he wants, imagine a scenario where by using the fruit's powers, he saves a shot and relocates the ball to Isagi's feet. Yup, this would make for the fastest counterattacks in the entire verse. So, if the Devil Fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, the Nikyo no Mi would be Gagamaru's choice. Which means it's time to move on to our last two characters. First, we've got Toshi Rin. And this one is easy. Rin's Devil Fruit would be the Yami no Mi, also known as the Darkness Fruit, and one of the most overpowered Devil Fruits in the entire verse. Owned by Blackbeard, this is the fruit that allows its user to create, control, and transform into darkness itself. Not only that, but it also has the ability to attract and nullify the powers of other Devil Fruits, making it one of the most dangerous fruits in the entire One Piece universe. And when you think about Rin's flow state, well, this fruit fits perfectly, because Rin isn't just a striker, he's a player who embodies destruction and domination on the field. You see, his flow state turns him into a seemingly unstoppable force, someone craving to destroy a player's ego by devouring them with their strongest weapons. And so, that's exactly why the Yami no Mi is a perfect match. With this Devil Fruit, Rin could literally become darkness, moving through defenders with ease and nullifying any opposing Devil Fruits on every play. Every strike, every dribble, and every flow state would be amplified, making him nearly untouchable and impossible to predict. And this would make Rin one of the most dangerous players in the entire verse, making him a player that can single-handedly control the outcome of a match by not only destroying other egos, but also by controlling every other Devil Fruit, and so dominate every match and potentially becoming the #1. So with a flow state so similar, safe to say that Rin's Devil Fruit would be the Yami no Mi. After all, it's the perfect weapon for a destroyer flow state. Which means that leaves us with one character left, and that is none other than the hero Isagi Yoichi. Now, Isagi's Devil Fruit would be the Jiro no Mi, also known as the Glare Fruit. And if you don't know what that is, well, this is the fruit that allows its user to enhance their sight to insane levels, giving abilities like X-ray vision through objects and people. Not only that, but it also grants powers like mind reading and access to memory, letting the user observe emotions, intentions, and past experiences of anyone they want. And well, thanks to Isagi's insane vision ability, I guess we can all agree that this fruit fits Isagi like a glove. Because Isagi isn't just a normal striker, he's a player who thrives on reading the game before it happens. He's known for his incredible metavision ability, allowing him to analyze plays, predict movements, and find openings. But the Jiro Jirojiro no Mi takes that to the next level. With his fruits, Isagi could literally see through anything, anticipate every move, and understand his opponent's intentions before they even act. And so, that's exactly why the Glare fruit is the ultimate match for him. You see, combining this with his incredible IQ, Isagi could use every opponent's emotions and decisions as a weapon, turning them into real pawns on the field. And so, taking his already insane adaptability to even bigger heights. Which means opponents wouldn't just struggle to stop him, they'd be outsmarted before the play even begins. So, if devil fruits existed in the Blue Lock universe, the Jirojiro no Mi would easily be the fruit that represents Isagi the best, the perfect reflection of his metavision, IQ, and adaptability. And so, this finally wraps up our devil fruit powered Blue Lock lineup. And well, let me know in the comments which one had the best combination and which one would be number one in this new universe. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this one next, where I created the ultimate anime tournament. Go on!